Dreaming of hitting the open road, but stuck between a spacious luxury camper and a nimble microcamper? Believe me, you're not alone. This video cuts through the confusion, breaking down the biggest differences based on my own experience of having owned both a large camper and a microcamper for a significant amount of time. So hopefully, by the end of this video, you can pick the perfect van for your adventures and avoid buyer's remorse. If you could only have one camper van, either a microcamper or a larger, more luxurious camper, which one would you choose? Let me know down below and I'll tell you at the end exactly which one I would go for. Let's start with the obvious one, the price. Big vans are usually more expensive to buy, especially since the whole world decided they want one. A microcamper, on the other hand, can be picked up pretty cheap. So, if you're on a tighter budget or you're just testing the waters, a microcamper definitely wins here.
So, the bigger the van, the bigger the build. And the bigger the bill. A large van means more insulation, more materials, more electrics, and just more time in general. With a microcamper, things are simpler. A fold-out bed, a small kitchen setup, maybe a solar panel if you fancy it. So again, a small van is cheaper and quicker, and a big van is a lot pricier, but you can really make it feel like home. If you've already done a van conversion, you'll know this feeling. You start out thinking, this won't cost much, I'll do it on a budget. But then 10 trips to Screwfix later, you're wondering how your budget build became a full-scale renovation project. Actually, this will be interesting. If you've done a build before, did you stay on budget or did you blow straight past it? Let me know in the comments. And be honest. Let's talk space. Now, this one's pretty clear. In a large van, you can stand up, walk around, cook, stretch, all that good stuff. In a microcamper, space is, let's say, efficiently used. You'll get creative fast, but maybe that's part of the fun.
I'll be honest, I used to think little vans like this were impossible to live in, until I actually got one. But you have to be tidy. The minute you start leaving one or two things out, it's pretty much game over.
Convenience. Here's where the microcampers shine. You can pretty much just get in it and go. You don't have to faff around spending time making sure the toilets are full up and the 2 million electrical appliances you got are all working properly. It drives like a car, fits under height barriers and parks almost anywhere. It's great for stealth camping or spontaneous trips. Big vans can be a bit of a workout to park, especially in towns or car parks, and height barriers are your worst enemy. But on the flip side, once you're set up, the bigger van is much more comfortable to live in.
One of my favourite things about a little microcamper like this is being able to pull up at any lay-by with a view and just make a cup of coffee because no one really bats an eyelid. If you like that side of stealth camping, make sure to hit the subscribe button because I've got loads more stealth camping trips coming up that you just don't want to miss.
Amenities. Large campers have space for all the luxuries, fridges, ovens, even toilets and showers. A microcamper keeps things simple. A stove, maybe a cool box, and a few clever storage ideas. So really it depends what you want. Comfort and convenience, or simplicity and freedom.
Spending a long time in them. Now, if you're planning a longer trip, a big van is going to be so much easier to live with.
You can cook proper meals, store more food, and actually move around inside.
In a microcamper, it's definitely doable. Plenty of people do it, but it's just a bit of a juggling act. So when I did my first long trip in a microcamper, I loved it for the first few days. But then the rain came, and in all honesty, I just wanted to go home. Comfort. Large vans win here, there's no question.
You've got space for a real bed that's always made up, comfy seating, and you can actually sit without hitting your head. In a microcamper, it's all about clever design and making the most of what you got. It can still be cosy, just not Netflix and chill cosy.
Storage. Bigger vans have room for bikes,
Camping chairs, clothes, paddle boards, and enough food to live off-grid for a while. In a microcamper, storage space is limited. You learn very quickly what you actually need and what can just stay at home.
running costs. Now this is where the small van really fights back.
They're cheaper to insure, cheaper on fuel, tyres are cheaper and the parts cost less. Ferry crossings are also cheaper, as is the Eurostar. A large van would definitely hit the wallet harder, but if you're not driving it daily, it's not the end of the world.
It's kind of funny really. With a big van, you end up paying money every time you move it. So you end up staying in the same place or the same campsite for a number of days. With a microcamper, you don't really care. You kind of just drive around aimlessly, not worrying about the fuel gauge or having to pay for a campsite.
Stealthiness. If you like the idea of staying under the radar, a microcamper's your best mate. It looks like a regular vehicle, so you can blend in almost anywhere. Large campers are so much more noticeable.
And with more and more restrictions popping up around the UK every single day, it can be really tricky to find spots to stay in.
Rainy and bad weather days. When the weather turns rubbish, the big van really earns its keep. You can shut the doors, put the kettle on, and relax. In a microcamper, well, you'll be doing a lot of lying down. It's cosy, but you might get a bit of cabin fever if the rain doesn't stop.
The great irony. So, here's the really funny thing about van life. The smaller the van, the more places you can go, but the less time you'll actually want to spend there.
The bigger the van, the more comfortable it is to live, but the fewer places you can actually park without getting moved on.
At the end of the day, both have their perks. It just depends how you like to travel. In reality, there is no perfect van, just the right balance for you. So, in summary,
if you're after something affordable, simple, and great for weekend getaways, go small. Microcampers are brilliant for short trips. They're easy to drive and surprisingly fun. If you're planning longer adventures and want proper comfort, go big. Large vans give you space, power, and that home on wheels feeling. At the end of the day, both have their perks. It just depends how you like to travel. Whichever you choose, get out there, enjoy it, and make it your own.
So, I guess you're all wondering, which van would I have? Well, for me that's easy. I'd take the bigger van all day long. I'd sacrifice the stealthiness just to enjoy the luxury. Yes, I might have to stay at a campsite, but I can enjoy it every day, even if it's raining. Even if I could only get out in it once or twice a year, I'd take that over stealth camping every weekend, all day long. Let me know if you agree in the comments. Whichever you choose, get out there, enjoy it, and just make it your own. If you enjoyed this video, and it helped you decide which van to buy, please hit that like button. It just really helps the channel. And if you want more videos like this, van comparisons and stealth camping, don't forget to hit that subscribe too, because there'll be plenty of that coming very soon.